Hey, it's Coach Hunt. Welcome to Hunger. Are you ready for a new life? Do you have a burning desire for hunger for a new life? That is what this series or session, or this is probably going to be a mini class. I haven't decided yet. Will be about. And so I wanted to go through the different components of having what this sacred desire is, this sacred hunger, this sacred greed is what I'm calling it mainly. This sacred greed within us when we have a burning desire to have something in life, not that's just outside of us, but has been dropped within us through our intuition, through spirit, to be able to co create something that is bigger than our physical bodies, that will allow the world to remember who we are as we remember who we are and why we came here on this beautiful playground we call Earth, to have the experiences that we want to experience so the collective can continue to evolve and grow. And so this is my way of initiating my own sacred hunger to give, to be, to have, to hold, and to experience. And I thank you for coming on to this journey. So, what do I mean by hunger? Well, y'all know I love a reframe. Y'all know I love to unlearn and relearn. You know I love an acronym. And so, hunger is an acronym. And this is what hunger is. First part of hunger is the H, of course, right? And it's honoring who you are. It's honoring the drive that's within you. There's nothing wrong with having this drive. There's nothing wrong with having this sacred greed. You are able to spoil yourself with the riches of whatever that means for you. Some people want a rich life of money. Some people want a rich life of love. Some people want a rich life of fame, of honoring, of inventions. Whatever that means for you is what is important. And once you move into one sacred hunger and that is fulfilled or quenched, then you move into another sacred hunger. And that's when other people say that you can have it all, is because they've reached up in a pinnacle of one area and they decided to move on to another. That's what having it all is. It's really knowing what all is for you and continuing to add on to that all. And so you, again, y'all know I know how to unlearn something. We have to give ourselves an upgrade in our own mental capacity. So you is for unlearning, unlearning any judgments that have been put upon you within yourself, for yourself, as well as the outside world. Unlearn all the things that you want to unlearn, relearn, restructure those things, those belief systems, those values, those norms, because it changed with the decades, it changed with knowledge, it changed with age and time, it changed in the community you live in, the society that you're brought up in. Trust me, it changes. If you're here in the United States and you go live in Australia or New Zealand, your values and norms will change. And if you're living in Africa and you move to Canada, your values and norms will change depending on the society that you're being in, that you're being immersed in. In understanding and naming what the true desire is. What is your true sacred desire, that sacred greed that is emanating from you? That is something that I want you to be able to articulate and reflect on, as well as embody and become. So embodying something and becoming something are two different energies, but they are part of the package of manifesting. And I'll talk about that later or maybe in another video, because I want to make this really simple and really easy for you to have a different type of understanding and where I'm coming from and how I'm teaching this new truth for myself. G is for grounding yourself, and grounding yourself, your soul evolving life force, yourself. Ground your soul evolving life force into something that is pure for you, that is pure love, pure, how do I want to say, pure revitalization, something that brings you the epitome of joy just because joy is joy for joy itself. And for some, that's going outside. For me, that's swimming. I love swimming, going to the beach. For others, it may be cooking or gardening, whatever that grounding um, apparatus is for you, whatever that tool is, singing, playing an instrument, wherever you get into the zone and you forget that you're doing something, art, poetry, whatever that is, that's most important. So, yeah, G is for grounding, hunger. E, expansion. Expanding your intentions, not just for yourself, but spirit wants us to reach out to other humans. And a lot of people will think about the way I mean that and say, you know, they think their sacred desire or their sacred greed is for themselves. That burning desire is not just for you. It starts with you, but you have to be in overflow. And so once you start seeing that goes out and it touches other humans, like this video is touching you. So that is the purpose. You want to touch at least one person. It doesn't have to be the masses. It doesn't have to be a community of thousands upon millions upon billions. It can be one person, and that one person's energy changes and flips and connects with yours to a certain degree, and you become a different spark to the world that other people can see. So that expansion of that intention is important. It's because it's not always about you. It is you, but in overflow for someone else. And once that part is in overflow to someone else, you can receive, I'm not gonna say without guilt per se, but you can receive without thinking that you are taking from someone else. Because see, it's reciprocal because see, your intentions were to provide something for someone else. And so those intentions are able to come back to you equally or even more abundantly, depending on the energy of how that person received it within their energy body. And so you don't need guilt. You don't have to have a remorse about how you see your hunger and how you want to fulfill that own true hunger. So I'm gonna go deeply in a little bit more of this hunger. And so go ahead and grab a journal, go ahead and grab some paper, some water. Water is very important right now regarding this because you want to be able to not just shift your mind, but you also want to shift the molecules in your body while your water is in front of you with this intention. And so go ahead and drink your water and write as much as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and drink my water and I'll see you in the next video.